and welcome. We are back on India Post Live after a long break. We were all celebrating Holi, and how many of you had bhang? Well, India Post Live, as you all know, is India's first live conversation web television, and it is your platform to discuss all those issues that are trending on social media. So we are back with today's edition of Trend Tonic, your daily dose of all those topics that are trending on social media and what are different people talking about it. So today we have three top stories for you. The first, of course, is on the passing of eminent editor, author and political commentator Vinod Mehta. Vinod Mehta passed away on Sunday following a prolonged illness. He died of multiple organ failure at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences in New Delhi. He was 73 years old. Definitely an outpouring of grief there from a lot of people. In fact, not just journalists but political leaders and activists were present at the cremation yesterday to show their grief at the passing of this great journalist. Congress President Sonia Gandhi, BJP's senior veteran leader L.K. Advani, Union Ministers Arun Jaitley and Ravi Shankar Prasad, Delhi's Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia, former Chief Minister of Delhi Sheila Dikshit and CPI leader D. Raja were among those who were present. Now, they were all there to bid adieu to him, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Vice President Hamid Ansari condoled the death. Frank and direct in his opinions, Vinod Mehta will be remembered as a fine journalist and writer. Condolences, Mr. Modi tweeted. Now, of course, a lot of tweets there. A lot of people, expressing their grief at the passing of Vinod Mehta. The Editors Guild had said the media world had lost a liberal, independent voice and the world of public discourse in India, a reflective contributor who spoke his mind without rancor or fear. So those, there you can see Sonia Gandhi, Sheila Dikshit at the cremation, and the funeral pyre was lit by his elder brother, Major General retired Ashok Mehta. Also, a lot of journalists and editors wrote glowing obituaries about Vinod Mehta, and Arnab Goswami, the editor-in-chief of Times Now, he titled his obit piece, Vinod Mehta, the editor I never had. He said that you never knew which side he would back or which lobby his news stories would expose. The publication of the Radia tapes in Outlook magazine was among his finest moments. The journalist, politician, bureaucrat, power broker, corporate nexus was so deeply entrenched that it required a Vinod Mehta to lay bare for all to see. The picture was ugly. Vinod was boycotted by some of these lobbies, but he had made his point. In a world where editors are too eager to conform than to question, Vinod was a cut above. Arnab Goswami, editor-in-chief of Times Now, had that to say in his piece, The Editor I Never Had, Vinod Mehta. Anjali Puri has written in Business Standard, she has said, Vinod Mehta, the man who had editorial chemistry. And she writes, it was his insatiable curiosity for any kind of story, weighty or frivolous, that helped this elderly man, who was so computer illiterate that he handwrote his columns to the end, establish a rapport with the youngest members of the team. It was striking how open Mehta was to being contradicted and even being overruled at noisy editorial meetings. But of course, the tough decisions, like the one to run with the Radia story and annoy some very important people, were always his. Unlike some of his peers, he took them for the purest, most uncomplicated of reasons, that these were bloody good stories and he had a magazine to sell. M.J. Akbar wrote at the Economic Times blog, he has written that Vinod Mehta began as an editor and died as an editor. He said the last three publications he edited were The Independent, Pioneer and Outlook. Those three words add up to an obituary. His independence made him a print and television star. As a pioneer, he charted fresh geography for our media, and his outlook gave him a rare panache that will be missed. The Lucknow boy became a man after our hearts. All right, so that was the obituary pieces that were written by renowned editors. Very sad, the demise of Vinod Mehta. For those of you who have not read The Lucknow Boy, I strongly recommend all of you to read it. Moving on, of course, Saina Nehwal. Saina Nehwal is the first Indian woman who reached the finals of the All in England Championship, which is also known as the Wimbledon of badminton. And the 24-year-old shuttler rocked Birmingham. However, there was a heartbreak at the final. On International Women's Day, that is yesterday, Carolina Marin became the first Spanish player to win the All England Championship. Sania could not live up to the expectations. She had huge expectations riding on her. Of course, she has already made a statement. She has already made a point, being the first Indian woman to reach the finals. But Marin won in 3 sets, 17-21, 21-15, 21-7 in front of a packed crowd in Birmingham. You've already created history by reaching the finals, Akash Chopra says. Of course, it will be the gold next time. We're proud of you. Okay, it seems Sania has lost. Well, she has. Till the first set, Saina was playing like Saina. Then she started playing like Saina. Okay, that's a comment. The first set, of course, 17-21. Second set, 21-15, and third, 21-7. She shouldn't be underestimated. She couldn't bear the pressure. Well, that is why no one watches badminton matches, not even the final. No matter the loss, Saina Nehwal achieved a great feat. Tremendous performance by an Indian. All credits to her. Well, Saina Nehwal has gone where we didn't believe an Indian girl could. She is still a pioneer. Definitely. We all agree with you, Harsha Bombay. You will rise again, Saina. We are still proud you took us to the final, says Anand Mahindra. Congratulations, Saina, for being runner-up. Very proud of you, being a Hyderabadi. Tweeted by M. Venkaiah Naidu. Sad to see Saina Nehwal lose, but she made us all proud. Great going, Saina. Better luck next time. RPN Singh. And of course, the next huge trend is Cricket World Cup and the England versus Bangladesh match that is being played at Adelaide. This is, of course, another Group A match, and Bangladesh has set a target of 276 to England, and they made 275 for 7 in 50 overs. The last score, just before I entered the studio, England was 111 for 2 after 24 overs. Now, England, very importantly, they need to win both their remaining Group A games. The other one is against Afghanistan to have a chance of progressing into the quarterfinal. My producer just tells me that England is 4 down. They have lost 4 wickets. We'll get you the final scores in a little bit. Bangladesh, in fact, have less pressure on them than England. They need only 1 victory. Now, England could win both these games and still be eliminated if Bangladesh win the contest against New Zealand. So there's a huge pressure on England this time. And this match represents England's best chance to ensure qualification. And of course, Bangladesh too. Bangladesh captain Mashrafe Mortaza has described it as one of the biggest matches in Bangladesh's history of international cricket. They have never reached the knockout stages of the tournament. So these are the tweets that came in while the match was going on. All right, England is 126 for 4 after 28 overs, 4 overs since I entered the studio. They are 126 for 4. They have lost 2 more wickets. What an upset if England can do this. Everyone's right behind you, England. Sure, we are laughing, but we are here. Oh, that's mean. That is so mean. East India Company needs 275 to beat East Pakistan. You tweeples out there definitely have a sense of humor, an evil sense of humor sometimes. Okay, Mahmudullah's century is tainted because of the low quality bowling he received from a minnow. Okay. Comments there on Mahmudullah's century. First century that Bangladesh has scored. I have an octopus that predicts who's going to win. All 5 tentacles are pointing to the English side of the Union Jack. Fine weather, excellent pitch, short boundary on one side. England need 276. If they do not get that, they do not deserve to stay. Ramesh Raja. All right. Well, a few more minutes to see whether they will stay or not. But all of you, please send us your tweets at India Post Live, hashtag India Post Live and @ India Post Live. Send us your comments, your video comments, your audio comments, and your posts on the stories that are trending on social media, the stories that we have just talked about. Like I said, if you haven't read Lucknow Boy, please do. If there's any story that you think is trending that you want to talk about, please write into us at India Post Live. We will see you again tomorrow on our next edition of Trend Tonic. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.